Let's hit this record button real quick. All right. My internet should be stable this time from the last time I tried doing this business.
Hopefully.
All right. Where's my list? All right. So, in no particular order, we're going to go back through these. Where's my playlist? There it is. Okay, cool. I guess I could have just lined them all up on the VLC playlist, but I'm terrible, so it's whatever. All right, we're gonna go with Teo Martinez's highlight, which is with a crossguard. It will be at 414. That's a big bang. It is a defensive action with the crossguard where he catches the blade and throws it to the side. We're just doing a brief recap. So fast. It looks like Richard gets it. Richard openly admits that he did not get it. But here we go. Just a quick slow-mo. He shoots. Teo catches it with the crossguard, throws it away, and it just kind of goes out and then in for a headshot. Boom. Sweet. The next one is a twofer, which I think was the one we left off on, to be honest.
Yeah.
We're going to start here with Irvine with a very quick defensive action. It's like a sidestep, bolt, deflect, repost. Super quick. A lot of deliberation from the judges and Mr. Commissioner Kang over here, Supreme Leader Kang. Then we fast forward a little bit in the same footage to Richard's highlight. And keep in mind these are all personal highlights for me. These are all the ones. Let's see, what you think is a hit is sometimes like, nah, JK, bro, I defended that. Yeah. And I totally agree with you, man. Oh yeah, it's Rob. I totally agree that cross guard, if you're not familiar with it, it's kind of like dual wielding too. Like there's a couple of things that are allowed to be hit now that you have to watch out for. So, no, I'm not doing week 1 analysis. I actually went through all 3 weeks of footage since about 11 o'clock this morning, and I just kind of broke down everything. I even have here's my list. These are just my 3 weeks. I didn't even get to finals, so I can probably do finals on a stream probably this weekend. And then I even have honorable mentions. Unfortunately, I put myself on there a lot, and I hate that I did that. But I had some pretty good maneuvers that stood out just from people in general. Yeah, dude, that finals battle for sure. I'm kind of tentative of even using that battle just for for structural integrity. Exactly. Yeah. The calls kind of were all over the place. We were honoring quite a lot of calls. So I'll look through it again. I haven't even looked through the footage from finals, so all right. So we're going to go straight. Oh, I don't know why I shut down my phone. I need my notepad here. Okay, so Richard Liang comes back at Irwin with his own defensive action. It's like a flunge. He goes in with a flunge. Oh shoot, I didn't go back far enough. Yeah, he really does, and I mean he's a big dude, so you kind of don't see it coming half the time. So yeah, boom, knocks that out of the way, get that shit out of here, and pow, right on the forearm. Cool. Next one is gonna be 12. This is Jacob versus Max. Two, 227. That was by far one of the coolest looking ones. Like, it was so interesting to even see this one. AFK man, we should count how many times he does it. Oh my god, that would add like a whole entire hour of just me like breaking down his flunge. From week 1 and like finals. But yeah, so this is Max Whitaker's my personal favorite Max Whitaker play. This is gnarly. Like this defensive action almost in like full motion, it does not feel like it would have worked or it should have worked, and then it somehow did. Yeah. Like, actually, we'll just do it. We'll do it full speed one more time. So it's like, it just looks like there should have been some sort of like misparry or something in between that, and there wasn't. That's blade on blade. That's a hard block, and he wraps it while Jacob's still trying to recover, and he never fully recovers because he actually straight arms. Where's my John Madden style? Oh, that's not it. What was that? There you go. That's really big. Don't do that. Oh, I can't make this window smaller. Okay. Yeah, he straightens out instead of coming back down. And then Max just comes straight down on top. Boom. Such a beautiful play. Like, it's one of those, like, good thing we caught it on video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Next up is my personal highlight for Jamar Johnson. Here's the crazy part about this. I actually have a lot of plays I enjoy from Jamar. Some of them are like, let's see, on just the honorable mentions alone, for week 1, I have 3. So if I have time, we'll get to the honorable mentions, because some of them are like, they're not necessarily points, or maybe the refs didn't see it properly, so therefore it wasn't counted as proper points, or something happened, or maybe it was just a cool move. So I threw in some honorable mentions. Jamar's on 3 of them. But this is my number 1 maneuver from Jamar. Let's see, 118 in. Oh, let's do the whole exchange. Shoot. That can't be it. There's no way. Did I remove the wrong one? Oh, yeah. Okay, that's why. No. That's definitely it. So some of the other maneuvers he had was like an evasion bonus, which didn't get called as an evasion bonus. He moved out of a massive foot pick with some really good footwork, and then it was just some funny business. But this was such great recovery on his behalf, because he completely misses, but then brings it right back for a tap. It will, and it happens so fast. That's why I was like, when I originally was like, oh, this can't be the one. It's definitely the one. And honestly, I'm surprised the refs caught that because that was gnarly. Let's see. Next up is Jacobs, and he'll be the last one from week 1. I pretty much tried to get everyone who competed with some sort of highlight. It was kind of hard with some of the competitors because some competitors just are brand new or super inexperienced, and so their move pools aren't as wide or vibrant, or it's just, you know, 2 move. They only have 2 moves, and that just happen to work for them. Some of them do get lucky, so I think I got some pretty good ones throughout all three weeks. So it's the last fight of the night for week 1, and we're gonna go to. Oh, actually, okay, I remember this. So this is a 2-parter, and the reason why it's a 2-parter is because it's a very simple move. It's such a simple move that I was like, dang, good on him. So we'll just play it. Super brutal, super straightforward headshot. But the only reason why I made this like my favorite for the highlight is because he actually backs it up. Let's see, 132. And here's the second play. Exact same maneuver. And I just thought, like Richard tried to go for the foot pick again, and fell short. Straight to the head. From here, we're going to move into week 2. Week two. All right, for week 2, looks like we start out with me. And honestly, this one was a 3-parter. I mean, I guess I threw them. I ended up adding the other 2 parts into honorable mentions, but they're literally one right after the other. So it's the only reason why I'm just gonna do them right now. No, I'll do it later. I shouldn't have special privileges. It wasn't super clean, but it was a bolt headshot or assault, however you want to view that. There's not much to it. I saw that I had to clear distance. As we were playing a range game at this point. This is typically how me and William fight each other. A lot of tip picks usually, and I think that's how a lot of this fight ends up going too. A lot of hand picks. So we're just going back and forth, and I was like, I gotta clear the distance. Boom. And I mean, it wasn't clean, but a headshot is always 2 points now. And I just didn't want to crash into him. All right. The next one is another William fight, except he's versus Kieran. Kieran? I think I'm saying his name right. Kieran Hale. Where is it? There it is. Oh, this is the first move of the fight. Okay, so the funny part is this isn't a William clip either. This is a Kieran clip. It's a two-parter. He goes in deep for that flying headshot. Similar to what I recently just got, and then he follows up with a little influencing the referee with a hug. So, as we mentioned, God, did I do it on a stream? Well, Kieran's got a leg brace. He recently recovered from a pretty major injury. I don't know all the details, but his movement is kind of impaired, but he pulls it off pretty well with some of the moves he does. So we'll just watch it in slow speed here. He just goes for it. Boom. And then runs into the ref, but just gives him a hug instead. Yeah, and I think that's kind of what held him back through most of the tournament is he was trying to figure out his limits still with the brace. But he really did pull through on a lot of his matches. But that by far was impressive alone, just for the ability to be that aggressive, get the headshot first, and not break the judge's back on the way back. So the next one is actually in this same clip, and this one is a William clip. So this is kind of like a catch and release parry repost maneuver, and I really like the way it looked. Oh, let's go back. Any day now. There you go. And we go. There you go. Now, it kind of looks like it might have been a mitter, but it is so close to call at this like bro fist moment. But if you, as you see, it kind of slid up, so it would be hard to call on that one. But what he does is he literally hard stops it and then throws it back for a hit. But then you can notice that Kieran has to hop back a little bit. Uh-oh. Is that you?
What?
Oh, that is you. Okay, that was weird. All of a sudden, your mic just went major fan mode. Just out of nowhere, though.
Well, I do have my fan on because it's hot as well.
Yeah, it's so crazy though. I haven't heard it until now. All right, moving on. Next one is Rue versus Jeremiah. Where is it? This one's gonna be 53 seconds. This is a Rue clip. Oh, okay. Actually, this is kind of a two-part clip. I remember this very vividly from watching it because this is actually probably my favorite exchange throughout the whole tournament, and like that's really big. And I know it's like my homie, right? Like this is Rue we're talking about, but it's
Yeah.
dude, this is the best, literally the best exchange the whole tournament. Like I don't think there was one that was better. I could be wrong. I still have a lot more footage to go through the finals and stuff. But let's just run it. And of course, everybody's getting pumped. So, so obviously, Rue and I typically do stuff like this a lot.
Oh yeah.
But it's because he's really good at tempo fighting. So, and Jeremiah literally proved his worth with the adults this whole entire tournament because he really brought it. So he misses that, and then immediately follows up and lands right across the hand. Yeah, this is it's just such a good. They end up giving him the defensive bonus, of course, because of the rally. Let's go all the way back and just watch it one more time in full speed because it's just such a good rally. I do appreciate Jeremiah's like stop, breathe, reset, because that's what you typically have to do.
Yeah.
No, I actually looked through each one of these things, and there was a few of them on both sides that could have possibly been a miss parry, but because there was no metal sounds or even glove sounds attached to them, or like one of those tic-tac noises, it most likely was not a miss parry. It was just probably the angle that we're stuck at. All right, next up is actually a farmer clip. I found a farmer clip. I know I was talking ish on him in Discord, but I found a farmer clip and I don't remember what it is. But it is from our rematch. For those that don't know, we ended up essentially tying for third place at the end of our pools. I believe we each were 4-2. And I think we had the exact same points too, which is like, who knew? Like, didn't even know that was a thing. So that alone was impressive. Kind of sucks that we're both from the same base and therefore have to eliminate one another. But he did beat me in our pool matches, and then I beat him in the tiebreaker match essentially. But let's go ahead and where'd it go? Let's get to that. There it is. Uh-oh. Where are we at? 335. I will point out that the big difference, it's not even a big difference. The only difference between this match and our original match is I went from using the shorty hilt to using the V2. So I have a little bit of extra reach. All right, let's watch that in slow motion. It was just such it was such a dedicated but lazy like recovery that I actually enjoyed it. And I actually remember being hit by it. I was pretty upset at myself for letting it happen. All right. Next up is myself versus Walter Symbol. This is a Walter clip. Now again, this is another twofold one. Walter's really good at doing follow-up combos. The big funny part though is that nobody actually saw the hit. And I think from this angle you can't even see the hit. So he actually lands right on my chest. And so I turn thinking that Jose saw it. Like, he had to have seen it. Or maybe, like, I don't know about hearing it because it was such a light touch. But I turned around and I'm like, okay, I'm over it. And Walter's like, wait a minute, there's no break called yet. And falls up. And I'm like, oh, wait, no, you got me, bro. I do appreciate the follow-up, though. There's actually a couple of times where an exchange like this happens, and I believe one of them is a Jamar Johnson call. Yeah, it is. Where the opponent's trying to give up the point, but because the refs didn't call it, and then no breaks called or anything. Okay, so yeah, that was a fun one. Okay, Jeremiah.
Yeah, you got a buck would be great.
123. Solid defensive action.
Bonus, action, defensive bonus, headshot, 3 points.
And that was actually the clear. He ended up shutting out Kieran with that one.
Yeah.
Deflect, instant return. And that was a deep return.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that's like playbook style right there. One more time, full motion. Yeah. Like you can't get more clear than that.
Bonus, action.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. From then on, we're moving on to week 3. First one is Rob Chan versus Rico. This is a Rico clip, I believe. Rico with the fadeaway. I don't even like. Yeah, it's just a fadeaway float. Rob goes in deep, not deep enough, and Rico just follows up with a little short hop, skippity doo backwards, and lands it right on the back of the arm. Rico's really good at these floats, forward or backwards. I believe Fonzie actually started getting a couple of them as well, but Rico's definitely the one in our group to utilize them the most. Next one. Jeez, Rob, you're in like all of these. Rob Chan versus Fonzie.
Man, I still wish Fonzie would have been able to pull off at least.
You know what?
Side.
This one's close.
I know he got close a couple times too.
Now I don't fully agree with the judges on this one. I think Tony was trying to counter it a little bit. But this one was definitely yeah, you did. Actually, I was just getting to that, Rob. So I think that's what Tony was alluding to as well, but we can play by play this. And honestly it probably was more simultaneous. So the initial swing is a miss. And whether or not the contact happens, oh shoot, happens here first, before this lands, because this hasn't connected yet, is hard to tell from this angle. You can tell for sure it connects here though. It may or may not have dragged. Again, the angle's kind of hard. So I don't agree on a clean hit, but the maneuver was. This is a typical Fonzie maneuver. Like hit the dirt, and it worked. Yeah. It wasn't a slide, but he got there. One more time, full speed. Yeah, see that makes more sense. They ended up, I believe they still ended up ruling it a clean hit, unfortunately, but yeah, it is kind of hard to see the exact time. I mean, you were in motion, you just missed for the first half of your swing. Full motion. Again, really hard to yeah. That's so hard. All right. Next one is okay. This is a Rob versus oh my gosh, what's his name? His last name's O'Brien. I can't think of what his first name at the moment. He's a TSL fighter. Clint, thank you. Clint O'Brien. Okay, this is Rob versus Clint, and this is an actual Rob clip. Once I find it, there it is. Oh god, yeah, this video starts out strong. Actually, let's just let that play out because. So that's not the clip. I forget which fight it was, but at some point you can hear Joanna in like the side, making jokes about Rob actually blocking. And I don't know who it was. It was like, Rob blocking? No way. I was laughing pretty hard. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. Ah, yeah. That was a solid exchange. Even frame by frame, I can't fully understand what happened. I think it was just a loss of grip along with some weird torque in the blades. But that is, I remembered seeing this happen. I just didn't see what led up. So we got a miss. We got another miss to a weird blade action. And then there's a hit there somewhere. And then something happens with that saber. From this angle, it's kind of hard to tell. You got him in the fingers. Okay. Yeah, he has his back to the camera, so it's really hard to see. Do it full speed. Yeah. Yeah, probably, and then he just like releases the hand. Yeah. That I think that's our only disarm. Like actual disarm for the whole tournament. Next up, we have Joanna versus Clint. You had another one? Do you remember which fight that was? Jeremiah. Oh, in the finals. Okay. All right. Yeah, I will definitely go through that, and I'll probably do a stream. Tentative Saturday. All right, Joanna versus Clint. We're gonna go to 2:46. So Joanna actually goes over 2 points for this win, and shuts Clint out 10-0 off of that play. And here it is, frame by frame. So he reaches, misses, reaches again towards the head and misses. Freaking Joanna's got the lean going on here. She's boxing herself in like Rue does in a corner. She deflects, throws it away, and it completely misses the side of her body for a shoulder smack. And then a follow-up on the leg. Clint did kind of, just like a little overview, Clint did kind of box himself in here because she was leading 7-0 and there was only like 45 seconds left. And there's a lot of stare downs this whole entire match trying to read each other. Playing the clock sucks when you're behind on points. Next is Clint versus Fonzie. Go 44 seconds in. Defensive action. So he actually goes for a hit and they kind of just deflect down. And then he follows it up. Fonzie did not get the follow-up in time. Because it's a first land action, Clint gets the defensive bonus.
Defensive bonus. 3 points.
We'll do it one more time, full speed. Yeah, that's a good read. Let's see. Next up, we have Clint versus Zitzidi. Am I saying that right? I can't spell it. I just remember hearing it. Let's see, where is it? Right here. Definitely not saying that right? Okay, that's fine. It starts with like a TZI or something, and I just can't. I can't. Anyway, this is her first This is her first tournament. She kind of is like last member, late entry. So she actually did pretty well. Think it's T Sari. I apologize so hard for not being able to say this name. But yeah, so this is actually her clip, 140, and I believe this is her only win. There's a lot of circling, actually. Now that you're guessing too, yeah. So that was crazy in itself. Being able to see specifically what happened is really hard. So we're gonna go ahead and frame by frame this. The refs are calling a miss parry in favor of Miss Rodriguez. So they lock blades. They start twirling. And it does look like she connects first. And then Clint will lay it up. There it is. There's his miss parry. It's just a very interesting exchange. You do not see that very often with Lightspeed. You see it with like mid-grades or heavies. We'll go again full term. Yeah, very, very, very interesting. All right, now last clip I have is Priscilla Hale versus Sari. Where is it? I lost it. There it is. We're gonna go deep into this video. Also, Priscilla's first tournament. Boom. Very interesting exchange. So she actually throws a pretty solid feint. She goes up, she fakes up, and then shoots low. Flute begins to play. Fakes low. And what ends up happening is Pink comes in from behind, and actually you can see it flick out the Velcro. Boom. And that's why the mask comes flying off. Complete accident. God, I haven't heard that song in a long time. But yeah, this is just a very interesting exchange. But I really enjoyed the feint.
Technically late on the clock. Begin. Go, ladies, you got this. Woo.
All right. Let's see. How much time do I have left? I have a couple minutes. Let's throw some honorable mentions out there. Let's go with Jamar Johnson. Yes. So this one alone was super interesting because it's a maneuver you don't see very often, especially at tournament level. It happens every once in a while during sparring. I know Kang has quite a few videos up, but 235. So this is gonna happen really fast. Let's see, Rico versus Fonzie. I think I actually have that one on the list. I do have that one on the list. So this is gonna happen really fast, and it's gonna be like, it's gonna look weird, and I don't fully agree with the judges' calls. Let's go again. So they're backwards. The other view of what, Sam? Okay, so we're gonna backtrack this a little bit. So based off of my angle, obviously the judges might have a much different angle, but based off of this angle here, what happens is Jamar gets a really quick hand pick, super quick. Boom. Right? And then the white blade actually doesn't connect, because you'll notice that it's on the outside of the blade now, and he just throws it away. So that's technically an evasion bonus. It's like a parry repost, but instead of blocking then returning, you're attacking then blocking. Super rare to see. I kind of wish this was caught and given its credit where credit's due. And then we're going to go with a funny clip with Jamar out of this one. Is it 5? Yeah, so this happens. Like, obviously something just happened, right? We'll just go full. We'll full send it, and then we'll break it down. No break was called. No break was called, so Jamar decided to follow up, which is totally fine. It looks like Richard landed here with a follow-up onto him, and no break was called, so he just kept fighting. All right. I have a Irvine clip. It's a two-fold clip, and I can't show it because for whatever reason I can't download the video. So that's unfortunate. Let's see here. Next up are my 2 hand picks to William. The reason why I threw these in here is because it followed the video that I had earlier. Shoot. With my my bolt to the head. That's at 205. Especially being down 3-6. Uh-oh. I might have to reset this. I'm having a lockup. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, bear with me 1 second. I think my video player crashed. Should be fine. Let's try this again. Alright, there we go. So there's the bolt to the head. And we're going to skip ahead a little bit. Put us at 5 to 6. Now as I mentioned in a past stream, I was suffering from a blister on my left foot, so it's my back foot. So I was trying to minimize movement. So the reason why I liked these plays is because I was just over it and still landing the shots with one move. Uh-oh. Yeah, I did. Which doesn't happen very often for anybody to actually hit the bait. And then I just picked the hand real quick right afterwards, so just made it easy. Alright, next up is, assuming my computer doesn't die. 1 second while I double check this. Okay. Alright, so where are we at? Oh, here you go. Me versus Rue. Mostly because I'm upset by it, but like not upset enough to cry. Just, it's such a good shot. And we practice really soft touches like these all the time. Oh no, everything's freezing. There it is. So simple. So it's such a light touch that, oh God, I wish I could upgrade to a 390. I'm actually on a laptop, so I just need to build a rig in general. All right. Oh shoot. There we go. All right. I guess we'll try to do full speed again. Such a soft touch. So we're going to go back a little bit. And we're just going to frame by frame this. Like I said, we practice stuff like this all the time. Fights like an elf. We he has a self-made nickname that I am not allowed to say on stream. We can't really use it for fighting either. So when we meet up sometime in the near future, we'll definitely let you all in on that one. It's actually one of his Discord names. It's great. Oh my god, frame harder. So I completely miss. And he goes up and over with the softest touch hook imaginable. All right, next up. Oh my god. Oh, we're back. Okay, cool. That was interesting. All right. Okay, so okay, this is I don't know what's I mean I guess I should just wrap it up if everything's going to just keep dying on me. I think it's a sign. I do have to pack it up anyway. I do have work tonight. Let's see. All right. You did request the Fonzie and Rico fight. So where is it? Oh, duh. It's in week 3. So the one that I wanted to show, the one part I wanted to show for sure is this. So I don't know. Can you hear that on stream? Yeah, you can hear that on stream. Okay, cool. So a thing we do is we do a lot of like target practice on I thought he was gonna fight over. Yeah, so he has like a little fun bow that he does, which is always starts with a reverse grip. But we do this really fun thing that we do for target practice. I just call them challenge modes. And when they hit 4 to 4, I just said headshots only, which is really something we play with all the time. So for him to actually go for that flying headshot and at least try to get it, he's got like flapping wings blade action over here. I was pretty happy about it. But yeah, Fonzie always starts in this reverse grip, because that's his salute.
Do me a favor real quick. I need blue tape so I can
And he's also has a boxing background, which is more why he has like a square. He squares up. But we're gonna wrap it up for now. I wish the stream went a little bit more smoothly tonight. I was Fap stance. I like that. I'll tell him that. He does have a very unorthodox stance. He's only been fighting with lightsabers with us for, I want to say, almost a year now. I think he started last June or July. He's actually one of my best friends of the past like 20, 25, 26 years or something like that. But he never joined us for lightsabers or anything because he didn't know we were doing lightsabers. And he joined, actually, he brought Farmer and another friend of theirs to one of our meets one time when I wasn't there. And they're like, oh yeah, these people came over and wanted to join in. They're friends of ours. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then they started coming more and more. And I was like, oh, dude, I know this guy. So he's been quickly proving himself within our ranks, even for being with us for a short amount of time. He's every Friday night, man. Every Friday night. We actually stream every Friday night as well. So you can catch that on this channel. And we do have we try to do live reviews too every once in a while of our practices, just because I like to talk shit at my guys. But we meet. We typically start showing up at our spot around 7 o'clock. Practice starts around 8 o'clock, depending on how often people got work and stuff. So we meet behind a comic book place called the Commie X Lounge. COMIXLOUNGE. I'll just do this. Comics Lounge. Oh, if I can spell properly, Jesus. Do I? Oh, okay. I need to update that to give the actual address, I guess. We meet in the back lot. It's a private lot. It's super cool. We're probably looking to host maybe the next tournament in the next month or two. It really depends. God, it's probably going to be a small one. We're going to try and do like a 1-day tournament just to get it over with. We have the people. We have the support from the local business we use. Another old-time friend of mine started a comic book shop the beginning of last year, and he's like, dude, come on over. It'd be great. So, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you, anyone who tuned in. I'm going to try and start putting these things on YouTube because I like just having the extra media and being able to chop it up. I just got to have the time. So we'll catch you guys all later, and thank you for watching. Tune in probably sometime this weekend. We'll be doing the finals. I'll break down the finals with some highlights and stuff. All right, later.